What's going on, everyone? We are now live with the Batshit Crazy podcast. I'm here with Denny, Rob, and a special guest tonight. Mr. Joe Beckman is joining us to recap episode 5 of The Bachelorette. We finally get Tayshia.
Tayshia! Woo! Go Tayshia!
Tayshia. My goodness.
However, we did still have to see a little small snippet of Claire, which we can bypass that relatively fast because this should all be about Tayshia.
Let's just get that over with. Like, what was the point of that? Like, honestly, nobody cares, man. We just want to see Tayshia. I mean,
they just wanted to address the rumors.
Like, do we really care if they talk beforehand? No, we don't care.
I think Chris Harrison wanted his more screen time. So I think it was all about him. He just likes to be on camera.
And Chris got plenty this episode, that's for sure.
He did.
Yeah, it was all warranted. He does a nice job. I love Chris Harrison. He's a great host.
Mm-hmm.
So he asked the burning question of if they knew each other before the show started. And they said no. I still think they're lying. Whatever, that's neither here nor there.
I know, I think that too, but she did say no on my dad's grave. So I don't know why she would go that far if that's not the case. Yeah. But she also said that being with Dale is she feels sunbeams coming out of her heart. And I just wondered if any of you guys have felt sunbeams coming out of your heart.
Can't say I ever have, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you know what? I can say yes, and then she cheated on me. So no, I'm just playing.
I have never felt sunbeams coming out of my heart. No,
me either.
I've felt Big Mac juice coming out of my heart before, but
extra sauce.
That's right.
All right.
Let's get rolling.
We're done with Claire, right?
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, we do. I said the little small snippet of Claire. We're done. Dunzo, she's with Dale. It's over. Bye, Claire. We're all about Tayshia now. Which brings me to when Tayshia actually enters into the room and greets all the guys.
All the guys seemed excited.
Brought up the energy in the room. She just brought a whole new vibe in there. More of like, you could definitely tell, more of like a less stressful vibe that she brought to the guys. And it's like a ray of calm went over them. And besides Jason, he was still freaking the fuck out. But I have a lot of respect for him, so we'll get to that later. But yeah, it definitely felt like she brought a whole new level of calmness, good vibes in there. You know, it looks like she was like ready to go to the club and bust a move. So
yeah, the guys seem very eager. She's gorgeous.
Yeah,
so of course the guys are going to be like all goo goo over her, but
she's a
they seem eager, excited.
She's definitely a dime piece, no doubt about it. 10 out of 10 on the scale.
She has like an aura about her. Like as soon as she walks in the room, it just everything stops. You know what I mean? So I can understand the reaction for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, she provided a lot of positivity, and I feel as though when she entered into the room, she got a really good reception from the guys.
Absolutely. Very, like I said, it was just a whole new vibe and demeanor about the room. Granted, like I said, you also had a few guys freaking out, like Jason and a few others. But other than that, it was just good vibes.
Yeah, so let's talk about that a little bit because she starts talking to some of the guys, getting to know them, and then boom, hit with a curveball where 4 new guys are going to enter into the house.
Yep. The only one that was memorable was Spencer.
Yeah, I have their names of the 4 guys that did come in. Spencer came in basically Great Ball of Fire.
Yeah, guns a-blazing.
I don't even remember like the names of 3 of them. It's only Spencer I remember. Like I don't even remember the other 3.
That's what I'm saying. I only remember Spencer too.
Who?
So another guy, his name was Montel. Montel, and I don't think he said a single word after the introduction to her. And then we also had Peter, who I think he was on the group date. And then the last guy is Noah, Mr. Mustache Man. So he's somewhat memorable because of the mustache.
Yeah, definitely got a little porn.
Mr. Mustache Man.
There's no doubt about it. A little porn stash he's got.
Yeah, I don't even know who Peter is. Couldn't pick him out of a lineup for sure. Obviously,
is that hot in here to anyone else? Must just be Tasia.
It's hot in my freaking house in general. I'm ready for real November weather. But Spencer, what do you guys think about him?
Yeah, he's a fraud.
I get like major frat boy vibes from Spencer. Like,
Yeah, he's no good.
He just feels like a douchebag to me. I don't like. He ticks me off, and I'm not even there. You know what I mean? It's just weird. I have these weird vibes about him, and I think that's why he's on the show. You know what I mean? Because the production wants some chaos because they're making a TV show. So
some interesting character.
Yeah, they did a good job because I do not like Spencer one bit. Like,
yeah,
he's a slime ball.
Yeah,
I don't mind him yet.
Why? I want to know why you do not mind him. This is not a hot take, Denny. This is not a hot take.
Because we haven't seen like too much. He seems cocky, which I don't mind. A little bit of cockiness like that. He was a little rough with the guys, but if I was playing a sport, I'm gonna give it everything I've got to. I don't care if I look like an asshole. I don't know. I just don't think he's like. I can see the potential of him being a douchebag, but I wouldn't say he's hit the douchebag mark yet.
I would.
I do too. I agree with Rob on this one. He was so arrogant.
I'm sorry, Danny. It's 3 versus 1 right now. So.
Yeah.
He was so arrogant.
Classic case of the hot girl falling for the douchebag. High school all over again.
No, I still would not go for him. If I had my pick of those guys, it would be Ben, as we all know. So Spencer doesn't come in and take Ben's place. He's not my type of guy. I'm just saying, I don't know why you guys are being so anti-Spencer.
Because I don't go for slime balls.
I'm right there with Danny.
There you have it.
He's from Indiana.
Mic drop Warren. Doesn't go for slime balls.
No, I don't. So obviously he goes right in and steals her first after they get the 4 new guys in there. So I want to know y'all's opinion on that first impression that they did have with each other.
Meh. That was my impression. Not memorable.
I would do the same thing though if I were him. Like I would go right in.
Yeah.
I would say prior to the 4 guys even coming in, I thought that her and Ivan seemed to vibe with each other pretty well.
I think they definitely hit it off.
Yeah.
You could definitely, you could tell they were vibing together.
He just seems like such a sweetheart and super genuine, just the way he was talking with her, and I feel as though she felt comfortable with him.
Yeah, she definitely did. She also felt comfortable with my boy Easy. Easy E.
Let's talk about Easy then, Rob, because I know you're a huge Easy fan.
Big
So
Easy.
am I.
So is Danny.
Yeah, I liked how they both thought that the other has infectious energy because
they
I
both
really feel that from both of them too.
I feel like they have matched personality types for sure. They They seemed to both like laugh together a lot, and yeah, they just vibed. And I was fucking with the vibes. I'm not gonna lie.
And he got the group
Easy,
date
yeah.
really cool.
Mm-hmm. And Easy seems like a cool cat to me. He sounds like a guy you can get along with, like anyone can get along with. So I can definitely understand him getting the rose for sure.
I just like his
cool.
personality, the way he can crack a joke at the drop of a pen, no matter how serious the situation is. He's always good for a good joke, good laugh, and I like that. So I think Tasia should pick him and wrap up the season tomorrow.
No, she's
No.
gonna.
I'm just joking.
I would love to hang out with Easy. He seems cool as hell.
J Jobs corrected me. Easy E. I understand, but I like to call him Easy E J Jobs. Is that okay? May I do that? Do I have your permission?
I want to know who this J Jobs person is.
J Jobs is a huge fan of ours, apparently.
Tell your friends about us, J Jobs. Tell your friends about us.
Shout out to J Jobs.
Yep. J Jobs is here every week. He's a loyal fan. We appreciate him.
Yes, that is true. One person I do want to talk about is Brendan, because he was talking with Tasha right before Chris Hairston stole her to go introduce her to the new guys. And I think that is the first time I saw Brendan on the screen, pretty much.
Perfect timing, because then she's going to be curious about him and want to come back to him. He capitalized on that perfectly.
In his nice little turtleneck.
You always got to let her wanting more, you know what I mean? So
exactly.
Maybe that was a good thing.
You let yourself linger. That's what you do.
Denny,
are you not a turtleneck person?
What do you got to say?
We've discussed that already. If you wear a turtleneck, you're out.
Out for Denny, but seems like in for Tasha. So
it's the
I don't know how I feel about a
matters.
turtleneck either.
Well, he didn't wear a turtleneck on his date.
That is true.
Turtleneck contained. The Lonely Island said it best.
Confidence in a turtleneck, I'm down for it.
If you feel like you could pull it off, yeah, I agree. But
Rob, I think you should wear one next week.
Maybe I will.
Yes.
Rob, will you?
Borrow one from your mom.
I have one of my own. I don't need to.
You do? Oh, shit.
I cannot see Rob wearing.
Maybe I have several of my own. Should I wear a sports coat on top of it too? Or just regular turtleneck?
No, a turtleneck with a scarf.
Turtleneck tucked in.
Okay. And then should I also wear a mini gold chain to really top it off?
No, wear a scarf with it.
No.
Turtleneck must be its own star.
Well, it can't be. It can't star alone. It needs a co-star like LeBron.
Okay.
He does bring up a good point. Turtleneck in 120-degree weather.
Garen, you're not coming on the show anymore.
Man, I'd be sweating in a turtleneck, but I'd be double sweating next to Tasha. So I don't even know why he's going with that look. So
yeah,
probably got terrible BO in there.
It's a risky play, but it paid off for him towards the end of the episode.
It did. That is true.
It sure did.
We will get to that, though. We will get to that. I just want to bounce around on a couple other people here real quick.
Bounce them.
Mr. Potato Head, Mr. Potato Head.
Finally.
You can tell he still had fucking feelings for Claire, just like Jason.
I don't know. I think this guy just wants love so freaking bad that it doesn't matter who the person is.
Desperation moves.
Yeah. And
Never.
desperation is disgusting, right?
Totally agree.
So he said when she came in, he said, this feels so much more real now. Bullshit, dude. He's so full of shit, that guy.
Yeah, he's a capper, no doubt.
That's why I think it.
The lie detector determined that.
I'm still stuck on this turtleneck guy, honestly. Trying to think of. See, I don't think it's that big of an issue that he wore it in weather, because I feel like if you feel like you can pull it off, then just rock it. You know what I mean? But you know what? I'm stuck on the past. I guess we're talking about something else now. And is it really 120 degrees out there?
No, Rob, it's a joke.
I don't think he said it was 120 degrees.
That is
Where
also
are
coming
they?
from
Are
Jay
they in, like-
Jobs.
Yeah,
Where are they? Are they like in LA or what?
All right, Garen, you're back on the show.
is toast. Garen is
No, Jay Jobs is asking, is Mr. Potato Head Jason? No, Mr. Potato Head is not Jason. Mr. Potato Head is Blake.
okay. Done. Yep, that's exactly who the characters are. So, good job, Lauren.
I know the names. That's where I come in with all of that, for sure. I thought Ben's little segment with Tasha was cute. They danced together. It was.
Ben and Tasha had a segment. You're kidding. Must have missed that one.
They did have a segment. They danced together. It was a very small segment, but I had to put that in there for Denny.
What did they dance to?
Who was
song?
Lauren, I do have a question for you because you're the name person. Who was the one that did the quarter thing in the toss? Who was that again?
That is Zach C. And I really like Zach C.
I like.
Oh, it's hard to tell the difference
I like
between Zach C and Brendan.
episode.
Brendan wears turtlenecks. Zach C does not. That is the difference.
Which one's the bigger pussy? That's, I guess, what we really have to find out.
They both seem kind of like that to me, actually.
We'll find.
I like Zach C.
Neither
better.
are my type. Neither.
No, I liked what Zach C did with her. I thought it was good.
Yeah, no, I don't really remember what he did.
I was impressed with the guys this week. I thought everybody brought it, and because with Claire, some of them flopped big time, and this week I thought everybody brought it. Everybody
They really brought their A game.
So
we'll see their performance next week. Did they really left it out on the field this week though? That's for certain.
I didn't have high hopes at the beginning of the episode because when the limo came in, the guys were like all up in arms about it. They didn't want any new guys coming in. And I was just thinking, have some confidence, like you're so worried about these other guys, worry about yourself and the impression that you're going to make. Like, I know for me, it wouldn't have fazed me. I would have been like, I still got this in the bag.
To be fair, not a lot phases you. So
yeah, they went from 16 to 20. I thought at first when the limo skirted up on the block that there was going to be 16 new people instead of just 60. And so it was going to be 32 people actually again. Damn. And I thought for a split second, well, that can't be true because how the hell are they going to get through the rest of the season in the right amount of episodes?
Right. So, would you want the season to last another year? Also, if that were to have happened, they would have made 3-hour episodes, which I actually don't need in my life.
No, I don't think anybody does. I don't think anybody needs that mental exhaustion, to be quite honest with you.
No, 2 hours.
I honestly thought they were just
going to finger with Claire, and she's done now, so thank Christ.
I thought they were going to bring back just the other guys that Claire eliminated, you know what I mean? Like maybe those guys would fit with Tasha more than Claire. So I figured, okay. I thought we were getting Yosef back. I thought
Garen would have been
all those other dudes.
They would have brought back Garen and just said the rest of them fuck off, and they would have done 17 new guys. That would have been ideal. Or 17 guys, just Garen added to the mix.
You're so hung up on Garen, and he's been gone for years now.
No, he hasn't. He's been gone for 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks, too long. He's toast.
2 weeks too long. I totally agree with you. Maybe the first time in all of this podcast that we agree.
We also agreed that we don't like Spencer, so you need to fact check yourself.
Okay, you're right. You're very correct.
Thank you. I like being correct.
Yeah, I know, because you don't do it that often.
That's true.
Joe left.
Joe left.
Joe left after I got snippy with Rob. Okay, so then we see that Spencer does get the first impression rose, and I cringed on the inside because, Spencer is not a person that I would give a first impression rose to, but that's just me.
Yeah. No, definitely not. He's an asshole. And he just reminds me of like Joe said, like a frat boy. Probably a 2-beer queer. Definitely a 2-beer queer. Trying to think of other ways to describe him. There really is none.
Yeah, sorry about that. My audio just was screwing up, so I switched to my phone. So, but I'm back.
There you go. So Spencer gets the first impression rose, and then Tayshia decides to cancel the rose ceremony, which I actually really liked that they did that in the episode and that she didn't have to select guys to go home. So it gives everyone an equal opportunity to get to know her. So I really did enjoy that.
Yeah, I think that was the right decision. Because you can't, I don't think you could really have a good first impression in 30 minutes, you know what I mean? So, and a lot of the guys just went through that stuff with Claire, and it's unfair to them, so I think it was the right decision.
So after that, we finally jump into the group date, which is a very interesting group date with everything, how it shook out for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better than nude. What was it, volleyball, or what was it, nude? What was it?
It was dodgeball.
Dodgeball. Yeah. There you go. It's better than that.
That would be so fun to play.
Nude dodgeball?
No, splash ball.
Okay. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I dig basketball in the pool. I enjoy that.
Yeah.
I think basketball in the pool is really fun. I've never done it in a Speedo before, but
there's a first time for everything.
Yeah, I'm open to it.
Have y'all been to a nude beach before, or what?
A what beach?
A nude beach.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I've been to a couple.
Good for you.
Yeah. Okay.
Me, absolutely not.
Not yet.
That is not my scene.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would go to.
Oh, we know you would go. We know.
Especially if there's a bunch of Tayshias there.
You know that's not going to be the case.
That's not how it works usually.
There's going to be elderly people there.
It's gonna be half eyesores and half beautiful.
Potentially, you never know. Anyway, skipping on from the nude beaches, whatever. So these guys end up playing splash ball against each other, and there are definitely some competitive people in there. If I'm playing a sport, I agree with Benny. I'm super competitive as well. So I'm not too angry with the elbow because it happens. It happens in every type of physical sport that you play. So I'm not mad about it.
Yeah, and you would have thought that Spencer got drilled by a fucking 10-foot lineman, the way he was acting.
It was just Riley.
Oh, it was Riley. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, just Riley.
No, wait. No. Spencer got hit in the face.
Yes, by Riley's elbow.
And that's what I'm saying. Spencer was crying about it.
I don't think he was crying about it.
Yes, he was.
Oh, Jesus. He was not.
Yes, he was.
We'll go back and watch it together and see who's right and who's wrong.
Yeah, give me that timestamp. I would like to know.
I'll be right.
But no, I thought it was a competitive game. It was interesting to watch, much better than the dodgeball because I actually hated that date completely.
Yeah, the dodgeball was
funny.
Yeah.
It was freaking hilarious.
The blue team ends up winning, meaning that the green team didn't get to spend that much time.
Riley is a unit.
Garen's in the Riley, that's for sure. He is an absolute unit, I have to say.
I totally agree. I would not want to get hit by him, but I wouldn't cry about it like Spencer did.
That man has like 2% body fat. He is ripped.
And J-Job says Spencer was getting time with Tayshia. I guess it was all part of the strategy there, J-Jobs.
Mm-hmm.
See, it worked.
Mm-hmm.
So why not?
He's still crying about it. So are
He
you
wasn't crying though.
He wasn't crying.
He was fit, like there was tears streaming out of his eyes. But what I'm saying is he was acting a little bit more hypochondriac-like than he should have been.
Hypochondriac? No.
Yes.
I mean, we do.
I'm saying he used it to his advantage, but he wasn't being a bitch about it. Like you're being right now.
We can agree to disagree.
That is fine. You guys can agree to disagree, but I also do agree with the fact that we see in so many different seasons that anyone that gets injured gets extra time with the person that is the lead. So it is a good strategy.
Yeah.
I guess it works.
I'd break my leg for Tayshia.
That is a stretch. Wow.
Would you break your leg for her? Just to get to spend an hour with
I mean, it is Tayshia, so.
Well, then it's going to be harder to do things if you only have one good leg.
Hey, but I broke it for Tayshia. That says a lot.
Yeah, I would never break or injure myself for another person. So that is a no from me.
That's good. Well, you have some self-respect.
Injuries this season, considering a bunch of them were saying that they're going to throw hands now in the preview.
I can't wait for next week, but we'll get into that later.
Yep. There's boxing going on now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So aggressions are going to get to be able to take themselves out on each other.
Yep.
Yeah, well, Annabelle commented that there's lots of sports dates this season. I'm totally fine with the sports dates because I love sports. I don't like the intimate dates. Those bore me to tears.
Oh, really? I like those, man, because I'm a pretty lovey-dovey person. You know what I mean? So I like those. I like the little, close, intimate things. But that's just me.
Like on group dates, though?
No, I'm not for the group things, man. That's weird. I mean, they're all just like huddled around her, like looking like hungry puppies. I don't know. It's
yeah,
and they're all vying for her attention. It's like a middle school dance. It's really fun to watch. It really is.
But I do like the individual dates, like the one with was it Brendan? Because we haven't seen Brendan all season, so it's like I forget his name, but I think it's Brendan, right? You got the individual date?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly,
I like that.
We can talk about Brendan.
He looks like Zach C. He really does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can tell them apart, though. They do look alike, but I can easily tell them apart.
Easily confused with Zach C. At least I do. But like you guys said, I guess the divider there is one wears a turtleneck and one does not.
Yeah, I think we've talked about those two enough, honestly.
Yep. J-Jobs, lovey-dovey.
Yeah, I'm a lovey-dovey, J-Jobs. I'm a lovey-dovey.
That question is aimed at him.
No.
That is true. If you know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But that's exactly what Jason was thinking, because I commend him so much for making the decision, hey, my heart's not in it. I'm not going to be able to give my full amount to Tayshia. And instead of wasting the other guys' times, letting them get eliminated potentially before himself, he decides to confront Tayshia about it and ends up leaving. So I think it was a class act on his part.
It was a veteran move. It was a self-aware move. It was an all-around good move.
Mm-hmm.
I do think there was some merit to when Tayshia said, "Are you sure you're not just closing yourself off?" I hope he doesn't do that in the future, but I think that time mends everything, and he won't be closing himself off in the future he really did open himself up a lot to Claire, more so than I guess he has to anybody. So I feel like if he takes some time away, there's love out there for Jason, and I'm excited for him because he seems like a really good dude.
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget, he was the first one to tell Claire that when she came up and apologized on the group date, he was the first one to say, "No, you don't need to apologize." So he really is mature.
I have mixed feelings about it because he said that his feelings were hurt and that he was he had fallen for Claire and that he could flip a switch. But the thing is, I feel that Claire was being deceptive. So the person that he was falling for wasn't actually who she was. I mean, she was lying the entire time. She already had her heart set on someone. So, going back to our podcast during their group date, I didn't think that she should have made him come out of his shell the way that she did.
I whether I agree or disagree with you, the damage has been done though, and it's still feelings in his heart at the end of the day. So whether Claire was being genuine about it or not, that's up in the air. I guess that's for the birds. But what she did to Jason, unacceptable.
But I do commend him for if he just feels like he can't actually be open to Tayshia, then leaving is the best option.
Maybe
he did, because some people stay even if they're not feeling it, just for the fame. So I'm glad he's more mature than that and just realize
he's already an NFL guy, so he knows about fame and stuff. So that's second nature to him. So he don't care about that. I think he was really there for, and maybe we could say this. This is rare we get to say this, but he was really there for the right reasons.
Yep. I agree with that.
Walked off when he wasn't feeling it anymore. He said, "Fuck you, Tayshia, I'm gone."
I don't know. I mean, I know his relationship with Claire was pretty short, but can you imagine getting broken up with and then just immediately you're thrust into something? For me, I couldn't do that, So some people are different,
right?
But,
it's a lot for him.
Yeah, but the circumstances around it are different. It's not like they were getting to know each other, just the two of them.
Yeah, exactly. I agree on that. For sure.
I personally think the guy has a lot of pent up stuff that he needs to deal with. And she was able to get him to recognize that. So that's why he has a soft spot in his heart for her. But hopefully moving forward, he continues working on that, and then he is able to actually give his heart to someone.
And very simply put, I don't think Tayshia was just his type of girl. I really don't think they would have meshed well.
I don't know about that. I think if
it's too early to tell
with Claire, I think they would have had something between them, because she even said that.
I think Jason's a little bit more reserved, a little bit more quiet. More of a serious kind of demeanor, and Tayshia's more fun and woo, let's have a drink, that kind of girl. That's what it seems like to me.
I don't know. We'll never know.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with both parties. I'm just saying I don't think that those two would mesh well together.
I don't know, because he does seem
no mesh.
There's definitely some guys who are not going to be matches in this group. I really was impressed with her when she said that she doesn't want boys and she doesn't want to teach a boy to be a man.
Well, she better get rid of half the cast after that.
Yeah. But I love that she said that. I mean, no woman wants a boy that she has to form into a man.
And I know that I said Jason is quiet and Brendan is quiet too, but I feel like Brendan is just a little bit matches the personality type just a little bit more than Jason has.
Ben is gonna be the guy she picks in the end.
I don't think she's gonna pick Ben.
Why?
You need to stop with Ben.
If she doesn't, maybe he'll be the next Bachelor.
Annabelle raises a very interesting point, and one that I totally agree with. If you're there for Claire, it seems like you wouldn't be there for Tayshia and vice versa because of their differences. And they are extremely different people. And that's pretty much the point I was trying to make the last 10 minutes. Just couldn't get it across somehow. But Annabelle did. So shout out to you, Annabelle.
Annabelle, the voice of reason.
Yeah, so let's dive into Brendan's one-on-one date with Tayshia. Because I actually was cool with the date. Horseback riding seemed super sweet. It seemed very chill, and then they got to hang out by the pool. So that's a type of date I wouldn't mind doing.
Yeah.
I'd be down, man.
I'd be down too. I would probably fall off the board.
I'd be down to do, anything with Tasha, but that would be really cool, horseback riding and drinking Chris Harrison's margaritas. I'm down with that, man, for sure.
It was weird how he kept popping up.
I bet you those are some.
He's a man of many talents. He's a low-key man of many talents. He was doing
Chris probably
things.
makes some good margaritas.
He was a bartender, and then he was an ice cream guy.
Is someone typing?
I think that's Joe.
We'll knock it off.
No typing on the podcast.
It's not me. I don't know what that thing is. Hold on. I'll refresh. I'll join back in a second. Hold on.
Every time he mutes himself, though, the typing ends or whatever the noise is. So it's definitely Joe.
Oh, geez.
But anyway, let's talk about the rest of the one-on-one date.
Yeah.
I do actually like their connection, especially when they were just hanging out in the pool and everything. She's definitely vibing with him, and he is absolutely vibing with her. I actually do like them together.
Yeah, I think that, like I said, I think they mesh well, and I think their personalities offset each other well because they're not similar, but you can also tell that they have a connection. Because it's not always have to be similar to the person that your significant other.
I just don't think he's manly enough for her.
What do you mean?
I think Tasha has like a playful personality, and so like he does as well.
Okay, but a manly man can have a playful personality.
I mean, I understand that, but I really don't know what you're trying to get at here, Denny.
Thank you. I agree with you, Rob. What, Denny?
I just don't think he's like a manly man. That's all.
You don't know that.
Yeah, you really don't.
None of us actually know these people, but I'm saying what I'm seeing, I don't think so.
J Jobs is confused as well. He says manly enough. Question mark.
Well, we don't know who J Jobs is.
Looks like you have some explaining to do, Danny.
I've said that from like the very first episode. I don't know, like he just looks like.
Well, I thought it was funny, and it really hit my funny bone whenever Tasha said, "I get really excited," and he said, "Nothing wrong with getting excited."
Man, I gotta tell you what. I'm kind of such a lightweight that if I was having Chris's margaritas, man, I'd be driving my horse under the influence. Like that would be a problem.
You would have fallen off the horse. You would have fallen off the horse. Let's be real here.
I just need one margarita.
Danny, this is what Garen says. He's a commercial roofer, and he's got to be manly.
And he wears turtlenecks.
Gruff personality type.
And he wears turtlenecks.
That's okay. Maybe it's a trend. No. Commercial roofing industry.
No, I'm sorry. No.
I got to contact this
men
guy.
Do not wear turtlenecks.
See who's shipping his commercial roofing company's freight.
Oh, Jesus.
Right. So Brendan is a no-go at the moment for Denny. We'll see what happens though in the future. Because this is like literally the first time we've actually seen this guy on screen. So give it a chance, because I gave Easy a chance and he went up on my list. So
on Lauren's list, that's a tough list to go
I'm
up.
not saying I'd boot him out right away. I'm just saying he seems nice enough.
Let me tell you, I think there's no denying their connection, and there's no denying the spark between the two. So I think they should just ride it out, and we'll see if you approve in 2 episodes, Danny.
I'm surprised you didn't pull out some spark plugs there, Rob.
Spark plugs?
Yeah.
Like, actual ones?
Yeah.
That would have been cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would have. I'm surprised you didn't.
Well, Lauren, those would be dangerous to keep in a bedroom.
I never know with you, Rob.
I wouldn't want to electrocute myself.
Sure about that.
Right.
I'm pretty positive. Every now and then.
I did enjoy in the episode how they were able to connect about them both being married previously, and they were able to talk that through, and I think that helped with their connection.
Both fell for a high school or college sweetheart. Not typically a good move. So they have the same mistakes in the past, and we're going to see if they could fix those mistakes together as one.
I'm going to rewind for 1 second because I do agree with Joe Jobs here. Tasha chose John Paul Jones in Paradise. Don't think a lot of people would call him manly, so I agree with him there.
I do agree with that, but John Paul Jones is funny as fuck, and humor will.
But you don't think Brendan is funny?
What?
You don't think Brendan's funny at all? You don't think he cracked any jokes tonight that hit you in the funny bone?
Negative.
I thought it was funny when he said, "I wish Chris Harrison would get out of here."
Well, he should have told him to. That's what a manly man would have done.
Well, I guess it's open to interpretation. But he's also just a guy on the show, and he can't really tell what producers and Chris Harrison to do.
I still would have. That's all. That's my personality.
Well,
If I was wanting an alone moment to kiss whoever, I would say, "Yo, Chris, you're really cramping my style here."
All right, so we see Tasha give Brendan the rose. They go do fireworks. Yay. I've seen it time and time again. I didn't need to see it.
time and time again. It happens every year on The Bachelor or Bachelorette. They
All the
stay with the fireworks. Cliche. It's stupid. They should get rid of it.
Yeah, I'm okay with not needing the fireworks in the episode. Or they can do the fireworks, but they just don't need to show it.
Yeah, totally agree. They act like they're at Disney World or something. It's free advertising for Disney World.
Oh my God.
So that basically kind of ends the episode there. But since we do have Tasha in the building now, I want to know who everyone thinks she's going to pick in the end.
I already said she's picking Ben.
I think she's feeling Riley right now.
Really?
Riley?
Yep.
Ivan.
Oh, Ivan. That's what I mean. Ivan.
Like, I don't think it's Riley.
I'm sorry. I
I'm
sincerely
thinking, and I want it to be Ben, but oh man, I get names messed up. Who's the quarter guy again?
That's Zach C, and that's also my pick.
Zach C. Yeah, that's my pick. Zach C.
The quarter guy.
Zach C is my pick.
You guys need to freshen up on these names. You can't rely on me for them.
Well, you know, the deeper into the
here for,
season, better will be with names because the less guys will be there. It'll be easier to match face to name.
Yeah, why
It's
I don't think the names are
The
wrong.
only name I cared about last season was Maddie Pruitt. Where's Maddie Pruitt when you need her? We should have brought her on as the Bachelorette.
Well,
He's not ready.
I guess I just dropped silence. Everybody, awkward silence followed that. Yes, J Jobs, I did mean that. I apologize. I apologize.
all right, guys. Well, we'll see who
It's time
takes
to wrap
it
it up,
in the
gang.
end. What, Rob?
I said it's time to wrap it up, gang.
It is time to wrap it up. But please like and subscribe to the Russell Hant Show. And please
Thank you to Joe for being here.
yes, thank you to Joe for joining us tonight. It was a lot of fun. Also, follow us on Twitter at @batshit_TRHS. And we will be back next week.
Follow us for live tweeting. If you like live tweeting, follow us.
That is true. You'll get the good tweets. I can promise you that.
That's right. And retweets.
That good. You got to get that good.
That good. That's what Joe says. The good.
Good God, I'm going to bed now.
All right, we'll be back next week.
Join us next week. We have another special guest. And the following week.
Maybe.
And then the week after that, somebody
No, guests all rely on me.
She thinks she's the boss, but really, we know who is.
We
I am absolutely the boss.
We know who makes the final decisions around here.
Yeah.
And that
That's
is
right.
me.
We'll let you think that. All right. Bye, guys.
All right. Everyone have a good night. We'll be back next week.